What's poppin', all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's Damn She Jamaican, your biggest and brightest shining star. Okay, so basically Venus in Aries. The sign of Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. So basically what that means, first I'm going to talk about what Venus represents in the chart, and then I'm going to be talking about Venus in Aries. So Venus pretty much represents your love nature. It represents the values you have, your value system, the things that have worth to you, beauty, love, money, things that you love, comfort, things that provide you a sense of love, joy, pleasure, abundance, what it is that you like to go towards in life. That's what Venus represents. In a woman's chart, Venus rules her love nature, how she acts when she's in a relationship, and how she chooses to express her femininity. In a man's chart, Venus is the type of woman he's attracted to, the type of energy that he likes to see more predominantly in a woman. Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra, and it is exalted in Pisces, and it falls in Aries and Scorpio and Virgo. Basically, it doesn't fall, and it doesn't do too well in Aries, Virgo, and Scorpio, and it does pretty well in Leo. So basically, having Venus in Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. So overall, Venus and Mars together can kind of create a yin and a yang kind of effect. So having Venus in Aries, these people are very aggressive when it comes to love. Like in a man's chart, like if he's trying to date a girl, like he'll just come up to you and like compliment you, or be like, yo, I'm trying to fuck, or just like, yo, I'm like, they really like, they try to flirt with you real quick. Like it's like they hit on you. Like it's like they're more impulsive when it comes to the people they try to attract. They're very passionate when it comes to love. So if they really like someone, they're gonna be persistent about it, and they're gonna they're gonna try and seem fun, upbeat, very charismatic, and they're just gonna be like that. And then in other ways, this is what they like to see in women. So they like to see women who are very athletic, very edgy. They may like girls that like have like a very edgy look, like with short hair like me, or just a girl that's very sexy, a girl that's very confident, very feisty, girls that are very independent, know who they are, aren't afraid to be outspoken and be blunt. They really like this in a woman. They like women that are very passionate about something, women that are creative, women that have a lot of drive and passion. And yeah, so, and also for women with this Venus, they're very charismatic women. They're very sexy. They like to be very outgoing when they're trying to attract a man. They'll be more they'll be very confident. Like they'll act like the kind of girl, or they are the type of girl that just gives you that vibe that like any guy can have her, and that she's independent, and that she doesn't really need anybody, and that if all else were to fail with you, like she can get another one. And that's how she expresses her love. And in a way, it turns men on, because guys like a challenge, and that's where this can kind of cause a detriment, because Venus isn't about that. Venus is just about loving and appreciating beauty and just reminiscent in love. It's not more about what you can get from someone, or what kind of deception you can put on them, or it's not about what you can take from someone, or how someone can be challenging. It's not about that. So having Venus in Aries can definitely cause a problem for people in relationships because they just come off as inauthentic. You know, they come off as like they don't really truly like you. They just want to fuck you, and they just want to like mess around. So people with Venus in Aries, that aggressive love nature, it doesn't fit with what Venus naturally represents. So sometimes people with this placement, and I'm being very honest, my Venus is exalted in Pisces, so all these Venus signs I'm definitely going to know a lot about because my sign is in the exalted placement that's been through every sign. So it's like just this impulsivity of like wanting love and being able to ditch love as soon as you realize that it's not going nowhere. You know, like Venus and Aries type of people, they're Aries is a cardinal sign, so they know how to initiate and create new ways to like express their love. And so with that modality of it being cardinal fire, like they can like paint a kind of vision for you to see them in a certain way, but that's not necessarily like how they may truly feel. Like they may just be doing that because they know that if I act like this, then oh, I can attract her. And that's very manipulative. So Venus doesn't really like to be in this sign because it just brings forth an energy where people may just feel like these people aren't serious at all. And they may well be, you know, depending on their moon sign. You have to look up a person's moon sign. So this is just their love nature. It just may be how they express their love or what they're attracted to in love, but not necessarily how they react emotionally. So you have to look up their moon sign. So yeah, but for the most part, Venus and Aries people definitely, they're very charismatic people, you know, they're very charming people. They love being playful, you know, they're very fun to be around, very energetic people. These are the people you can count on for good laugh. Like they're just very childlike when it comes to love, and they're not that serious in love. They're really not. They're not that serious in love. And so that's another reason why it can be seen as just like a game to them almost. No matter if it's a female with this placement or a male, love to them will always kind of just seem like a challenge because of the Mars aspect. And yeah, so for the most part, like I said, like this is like my Venus is exalted in Pisces, but I have Mercury in Aries and my Saturn's in Aries. So I understand the Aries energy to a certain degree. Plus I have a lot of stuff going on in my first house, so Pluto, my first house, so I get to see like the depths behind a lot of things. But for the most part, this placement is something to work on. You have to that's why I kept stressing like knowing your moon sign, because you have to know what your moon looks like in order to know how you're going to emotionally, how intimate you can be with having this moon placement. Yeah, but if you're a person that just likes lighthearted relationships, you know, nothing too serious, like you would really like being with this person because they just make everything so fun and just light, and it's not that serious. But sometimes because of the Venus in Aries, if they don't get their way, you know, it might be a problem. Like they may be a little bit aggressive, they may sulk, and if they don't get their way, it's kind of like they act like little children, you know. So yeah, their love nature definitely needs some help. It's very immature, but for the most part, they're like kids, you know. Kids are very immature, but they still have a good heart. And that's why I keep stressing, look at the moon sign, bitch, because that's gonna really show you where their heart really lies. But for the most part, they love. And just because they love in a way that just may seem rushed or may seem like, oh, this person's really not for real, that's just their nature, you know. That's just, so you have to take their whole chart into consideration, not just look at their Venus, because that's not gonna really tell us all that much about the person themselves, but it's just still worth it to understand someone as a whole and not just look at them from their one aspect. Shout out to Edward Leonard. Okay, so yes, thank you for watching this video. If you stayed all the way to the end, go ahead and comment a star emoji, spam that shit down in the comments, because you guys are all stars and we need to understand that we are more than just this third dimensional vessel, and that we do have a fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional aspect of who we are, and we need to get in contact with that in order to take power and control back over who we are and what we're here to do in the world. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another one. Mwah. Peace. I'm the one that makes it rain. Better ask, ain't on my name. Damn.